So, communication theory unit 2, we already saw the topic frequency modulation and phase modulation. Phase of the carrier is varies according with the instantaneous amplitude of modulating signal that is called as phase modulation. So, you see the diagram. So, baseband signal that's the input and then carrier signal in modulated waveform. So, phase modulation. So, see that phase modulation, that baseband signal, the amplitude signal, input signal. So that is called as it's a sine wave that is shown in the diagram. Then amplitude of the carrier signal shown in the diagram, and similarly, that's a modulated output is shown here. See that carrier, the phase of the carrier is varies in accordance with the instantaneous values of a modulated input signal. So previous frequency modulation, the frequency of the carrier is varied. Now is phase of the carrier is varied according with the input modulating amplitude of the modulating signal. Okay, so how it will be vary? So see, there's amplitude is there. So amplitude of the signal is positive. If it is positive, the phase modulation, the frequency of the phase is changed. That means the positive is having more deviation. That means the negative they're having very it's a high frequency like low frequency. Similarly, the phase of the carrier is varies according with the amplitude of the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal. So there's a phase modulation. So frequency and phase is totally opposite. If you see the modulated output waveform, so I see that the when the carrier is the instantaneous amplitude of the modulating signal, the change the phase of the carrier when it will be phase change of the carrier signal. When the amplitude is positive, the carrier phase is change. The phase is changed in one direction. The phases changes in the one direction. If the amplitude is negative, the phase changes in opposite direction. See that that's the one direction is phase changed, then phases changes in opposite direction. Okay, so this is the difference between frequency and phase modulation. And mathematical representation of phase modulation, the equation of psi I, that's phase modulation denoted as kpm of t. So Kp is here phase sensitivity, and m of t is a message signal. The standard equation of angle modulated wave S of t equal to AC cos 2 pi fct plus theta I. Then we have to substitute that psi I. The equation psi I will be substituted in angulated modulation. The AC cos 2 pi fct plus theta I. So if you're going to substitute that above equation psi I, S of t equal to AC cos 2 pi fct plus kpm of t. Okay, so this equation a representation of phase modulation waveform. So equation is nothing but if you going to draw the phase modulation output waveform, that modulated waveform, instead of that we can write the equation. So this is the equation S of t is equal to AC cos 2 by fct plus kpm of t. So this is the equation represented as the equation of PM waveform. Then the modulating signal. The modulating signal m of t am cos 2 pi fm of t, s of t is equal to AC cos 2 pi fct plus beta cos 2 pi fm of t. So this is a equation for phase modulation signal. In that, the beta is nothing but modulation index. Also, that is equal to del psi is equal to kpam. So what is del psi? Del psi is a phase deviation. Yeah. So it's a phase deviation. Then phase modulation, it's mainly used for mobile communication system, while frequency modulation used for FM broadcasting. So we just now we saw about frequency modulation and then phase modulation. That frequency modulation, it is used for broadcasting FM waveform. That means FM broadcasting. That phase modulation is mainly used for mobile communication system. So now we are going to see FM. Just now we saw about FM and PM. So frequency modulation and phase modulation. So FM can be divided into two parts: narrowband FM and wideband FM. Narrowband FM and wideband FM. That's the two part we are classified into two. Uh, okay, based on the value of modulation index, it's classified into two part: narrowband FM and wideband FM. Mm, So narrowband FM, the following features of narrowband FM: the frequency of modulations are small bandwidth when compared to wideband FM. So you know that narrowband FM is nothing but it has a small bandwidth compared to wideband FM. And modulation index beta is small and less than one. You know the value of one, the modulation index is less than one. It is a spectrum consists of the carrier, the upper sideband and lower sideband. So it is used in mobile communication such as police, wireless, ambulance, taxi cab, etc. Okay, so FM can be divided into two parts: narrowband FM and wideband FM. So based on the value of modulation index beta, narrowband FM, wideband FM split it into two. And narrowband FM, following features of narrowband FM is the frequency of modulation has a small bandwidth compared to wideband FM. Then the modulation index beta is small. That means less than one. It is the spectrum consists consists of the carrier, the upper sideband and the lower sideband. You know the spectrum consists only carrier and upper sideband and lower sideband, and this is used in mobile communication such as police and wireless and ambulances and taxi cabs. So these are the place we are used frequency modulation. So next one is generation of narrowband FM. So it's a black diagram of generation of narrowband FM. Mm, Yeah, see, M of T, that's the input, and there is an integrator and product modulator, and then minus 90-degree phase shifter, and 2 pi kf, and then summation. So, you know, if you are applying a message signal to integrator, and then the integrator output sent to product modulator, that product modulator, you know, what is product modulator? It's a two input multiplied. And then you will be get the output. That's a product modulator usage. Similarly, the previous one is ring modulator. So product modulator is nothing but is ring modulator. So product modulator here multiply of two input. The one input coming from integrated output and 90 degrees phase shift. That's another input that is nothing but carrier waveform AC sine 2 pi FCT. So the product modulator, the output sent to 2 pi kf. After the 2 pi kf added, then you know that carrier signal is actually 90-degree phase shifted. That's the input given to the product modulator. So before 90-degree phase shifting, that is given to here the summation of the output of 2 pi kf. That's one of the input of summation. Then another input is carrier signal. That carrier signal is added, and final output you got it is softly. That is nothing but narrowband FM. So just now we discussed same thing is shown in here. The integrated is used to integrate the modulating signal M of T, the carrier signal across 2 pi FCT. The phase shifted is minus 90 degree. So after the minus 90-degree phase shifted signal sent to the signal, you know, the product modulator is a two input. One is message signal, another one is shifted of carrier signal. After that it will be sent to 2 pi kf, that is multiplied by if the signal is 2 pi kf, it's placing the black of 2 pi kf its forward path, and summing that there's two input and the term of Narrowband FM equation. That term will be sent it to the summation, that input of summation. Then carrier signal also added to the summation, and finally you'll be get the output of S of t. So positive and negative sign, that's are assigned to carrier signal because of the 90-degree phase shift, and finally you got the S of t the signal. So we know the standard equation of a FM wave. S of t is equal to AC cos 2 pi fct plus 2 pi kf integral of m of t dt. So S of t AC cos 2 pi fct cos 2 pi kf integral of m of t dt. So this is the equation shown for narrowband FM. The modulation index is 1, that's a less than 1 in narrowband FM. That's why they put it in 2 pi kf integral of m of t dt and less than 1. So we know that cos theta 1, that means it is very less than 1. By using by equation Raymond FM equation as S of t is equal to AC cos 2 pi fct minus AC sin 2 pi fct 2 pi kf integral of m of t dt. Okay, thank you.